Okay, I think that is about everything. Got everything up here. Alright, time to start over. This will be attempt number 6. Hold on, let me turn this down just a little bit. Alright. Okay. Alright, let's check the Eevee and the Zigzagoon and see how that's doing. Neither of them are shiny, so that's boring. Eevee has Calm, which is very good. Pretty mid-range stats. Zigzagoon is Adamant, which is interesting. And it's pretty fast, so we might use that to our advantage instead of using it as like a dual screen setup bot this game. We'll see. Early game is really boring with just me mashing through a bunch of text, so not much else to say about it, unfortunately. Last run died to Robo Groudon. I did not bring Wide Guard for it, and it just, I did beat it, but it killed like 3 out of the 6 Pokemon that I had. And I only had 6 Pokemon at the time, so as you could imagine, I just decided to go ahead and reset. Very avoidable. All I needed to do is bring Wide Guard. I think it literally only has spread moves, it can't do anything else. But I lost a lot of Pokemon by that point anyway, so I wasn't too broken up about it. I have the trainer sheet now for when we get to the later game. Actually take it a little bit more seriously, and I'm also going to go through Mount Battle this time as well. Alright, so if our Eevee's Hyper Voice kills, then we have decent special attack IVs. If it does not, then we don't. Alright, the special attack is decent. Probably decent enough to warrant using Snarl. Snarl is very good. Probably going to play as much as I can tonight until I'm about to fall asleep. Get as far as I can in this early game awfulness. It's really, really annoying to get through a million times. Alright, headed back to the HQ to get our first encounter, which is guaranteed, Talo. It's gonna get Gale Wings after we purify it, but we can always ability capsule it to Guts, which is a strategy I haven't been using actually. Might go ahead and try that this run. If it's good. I woke up sick and then took a nap for like 3 hours, so probably gonna be up for a while. We'll see what happens. Alright. I think this is just scripted Pokeball, always captures. Talo's not shiny, which is boring. But that's okay. Alright, there's our first capture of the run. I'm at least gonna try to get to Lovrina. Maybe I'll leave the actual fight for tomorrow. We'll see what happens. Could wipe before then. If I wipe before then, I'm definitely just going to bed. Alright, here we go to Gate and Port, where we will watch our sister get beat up for the 6th time. And then threatened and accosted by a Johnny Bravo looking type character. Their eyes are so weird. Alright, so in Gate and Port we get our encounter, we get Reflect, Light Screen, That's about it. Oh, we also get a Moonstone for Umbreon. Okay. So I'm going to... Never mind, I'm just going to pause while we roll the encounter. I'll wait until after all this nonsense. Alright, so we're hoping for Meryl out of the encounter. Poochyena really just doesn't get it done. Meryl is just 100% better, and we kind of need it for the fighting gym, essentially. Alright, so we get to roll our encounter after this cutscene. I'm the pause dolphin, otherwise it's going to have a heart attack. Alright. Pause dolphin, get the wheel of names up here for Meryl and Poochyena. Meryl, please. Thank you. Alright. We have to go talk to this guy before we can go across the bridge. Just smash through the text and get Umbreon. Blah 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 blah. Oh my god. There we go. Okay, now I can trigger this cutscene, allowing me to cross the bridge to Meryl. Is there any way this fight goes wrong, just because I don't want to reset? I mean, there's really nothing I can do here. We don't use the Moonstone until level 20, because we want Eevee to learn. Wish, just kind of have to hope it goes right, I suppose. How can it really go wrong? I should have gotten Reflect before this. Hyper Voice never kills, I'm pretty sure. Helping Hand Hyper Voice crit kills like almost exactly, but we can just reset early, it's fine. It either gets it to like 50% or it crits and kills, and if it does that then we just reset and I go to bed. Okay, we're good. I don't want to waste the turn. Okay. This is going to be Pokeball Protect. Great. This is going to be Pokeball Protect. I honestly just double protect, I think. Send me back to the expedition, please. Okay. Wasn't worried about that at all. You have to dodge like at least 5 crits in the early game to the other shadow Pokemon before the run is safe, basically. Alright, so here we get a rare candy that we're going to multiply to 999. There's also 3 potions, which actually kind of matter because we don't really want to buy them more later. And then we get substitute up here, but whenever we go into PK Hex, it removes it from the file, so we're not going to bother getting that. And then I can probably just go back down, right? Because we're not getting Poochyena. Forgot about that. I was so used to rolling Poochyena 6 times in a row. Or 4 times in a row, whatever it was. An exhausting amount of times in a row. Always touch the right pad, I think. Brings us back to the right position. And now we go get light screen over here. Or reflect and light screen. Gotta tell this guy he sucks at singing. I just noticed the good knuckle tattoos. Alright, so the first like 20 battles of this game is just helping hand hyper voice. I think they made the Eevee so OP because it actually gives you the option to play Eevee. But we're gonna take advantage of it for sure. Alright, now that we're on this side, we're just gonna get this cutscene over with. So we don't waste too much time. Basically speedrunning a Nuzlocke at this point because I've done it so many times. Alright, I'm gonna go get the light screen. This trainer stops us, our entrance to the Salty's platoon. And he gets Hyper Voice Helping Hand. Wangle could outspeed me, and I could get Aqua Jet by Krabby, and then double crit, I lose. But probably not gonna happen. Alright, we're good. Alright, now I never knew that you could do this, but you can just go behind the bar, which I didn't know that until I actually like looked up a video of the ROM hack. So I wonder what's behind the bar in the actual original version of XD there. Alright, now we can leave. Probably gonna heal really quick. Back to the lab, then we get sent to Agate Village. Don't they get one more encounter before then? Oh no, I already have the 2, that's right. Okay. Next encounter isn't for a little bit, unfortunately. Alright. Alright, back to Agate. Getting closer to leaving Exposition Hell. Not quite there though. All the Agate village fights are super boring. The tutorial is really bad. But it's a tutorial, so. Alright, we're gonna give this to Eevee instead of Zigzagoon this time, so that way we can take advantage of the pickup. Not sure what Zigzagoon will pick up, but we'll take it. Alright. I usually go teach Zigzagoon Icy Wind here, but I don't think the speed drops are going to be super necessary this run. We're going to just skip that this run, I think. I don't think we're going to go over there just yet. We are going to go behind this building and pick up Thunderwave and Will-O-Wisp really quick. You can also IV train, or EV train rather, off of all of these trainers. For instance, this one is double attack EVs, but I'm not going to do that. Nor am I going to actually put in EV values into PK Hex. It would make the run a lot easier, you could justify it, but I'm just not going to do it. It would be hundreds of battles to EV train all of your Pokemon. I think that's a step too far. Baby Doll Eyes we will take for Headbutt, yes. Because every single battle is a double battle, stat reduction is really, really important. So we have Snarl and Baby Doll Eyes on our EV for a little bit, and then we get Wish Protect set later. Alright, go in here, trigger this event. Mash through the text. Alright, go up, get the berries from this guy, and also the nugget right here. And hopefully we get some good ones. Citrus berry is particularly good. Orange berry is fine. Guave heals. I don't know what the rest of them do. It's fine. So he gives you berries like every 5 minutes or something like that. Infinitely repeatable. Alright, the next few battles are going to be really boring. Just hyper voice helping hand over and over again. And then we're going to save, get our Pokemon ready to be purified, and then purify them. I wish I could say more about these fights, but honestly, Shadow Pokemon being so toxic makes up for it, so whatever. Alright, pretty much like a 90% chance this Cacnea uses Spiky Shield and makes me waste another turn. See what happens. Yep, right on cue. Alright, it does not hit the double. That's good. Really infuriating when that happens. Alright, lava cookies. As you guessed it, this is going to be another helping hand hyper voice. Crit plus confusion there and I die, I think. Also, Eevee slash Umbreon is the most important thing in the whole run, and if it dies, we lose. At least until very late game. You can just not risk losing it whatsoever. Okay, so potion. I think we have to full potion because if Eevee is lower, then that baits the fake out into it probably from the Pikachu. And we want the Pikachu to fake out the Zigzagoon. It's a coin toss, I'm pretty sure. I think I've literally gotten it 50-50 from every single attempt so far. Fake out goes into Eevee, it's fine. It is what it is. I think I live even to crit here. Okay, we're good. No full para. No full para, we're good. So now we just protect with Eevee and then tackle with Zigzagoon. Should hopefully be enough. This might be one of the closer Eevee fights that I've had. I think I have to risk crit here. Yeah, I always have to risk crit here. Unless I go for double protect. I think I just go for double protect. I'm pretty sure tackle kills no matter what. Okay, I hit the double protect. Easy. It Thundershocks Zigzagoon anyway, so I'm good unless it full paras. Cool. Alright, so here's the part where we save. And we go ahead and make our Pokemon instantly purifiable on PK Hex. And then while we're at it, we're going to give ourselves some rare candy that we're going to use before the boss fights. Not yet, though. Alright, make this 999. Party, just drag it in, drag it back out. And then export. And here we go. Nope, I don't want to start it again. Alright, now they're ready. I'll go with Meryl first because I really could care less about Tailo. Just kind of sucks for a really long time until it doesn't. But once Tailo is good, it's really good. We're gonna do like MOBA positions or nicknames. I don't know. I'll do a mix of League of Legends and Smite, and just like ADC and support, tank, etc. Things such as. Azumarill is definitely like a solo laner. Alright, let's see if this guy will give us some more berries already. And that is why I can justify putting every berry to 999, because he just gives you them every 5 minutes. And you could just keep spamming it until you got the one you wanted. But, kind of wasted time. Alright, purify the Talo, so we have more swaps. Its XP is going to be all glitched for whatever reason. Just an interaction with PK Hex happens in every single run. I don't know if it normally happens, because I always use the PK Hex thing to purify them immediately. I wish we would have had some sort of Nuzlocke mode or something for this game, but it was made kind of before they picked up a super big ton. ADC roles, right? Or league roles. This is definitely an ADC or like a jungler. Yeah, the jungle. Alright. So we're gonna teach Talo Protect, because Protect is just like super important. There we go. And then we're gonna teach it U-turn over Growl later. Growl's fine for now. What other TMs do I have currently? Anything cool? Thunderwave, Will-O-Wisp, Reflect Light Screen. Okay. We're done here, correct? We can go to Mount Battle. It's the next place. Does Zigzagoon pick anything up yet? Antidote. Great. Very helpful. Actually, I'm gonna get a few more of those. And I'll get a few super potions as well. Just to be safe. I have 2 lava cookies. That should be good for a while. Alright, should be good here. Get another TM here. Is this where I get U-turn? I'm not sure. TM8. Power up punch. Interesting. Alright, we just go straight through to Vander. Wait. Pause. Our Zigzagoon cannot hit the ghost types. That is a fact. I think we just plow through them with Meryl and Eevee. I think it'll be fine. Usually we teach Zigzagoon Icy Wind, but I'm trying it without it this game. We'll see how it goes. Ghost is neutral to Fairy, right? I'm pretty sure. It is. It did no damage against the ghost types. And they're scary. Ghastly flinch, we're good. We're gonna bite the Shuppet. Aqua Jet the Ghastly because it's faster, so it might get a turn. If it was a speed tie or whatever. We'll potion up the EV just to be safe. Or the Meryl, rather. Do we have anything to give it? Any held items? No. An Oranberry, I suppose. Just in case anything were to happen. So Eevee has low attack IVs, it seems, or it has, I think Calm is reduction in attack nature. So Eevee does no attack, basically. And Meryl does not do anything until it's a Azumarill, to be completely honest with you either. Yeah, this is not great damage. I should have just doubled into one and made it a 2v1. Oh, they flinched. It doesn't matter. Game's easy. Oh, I doubled into them right there because I hit the wrong key. I don't really think it matters in these fights. Definitely the calm before the storm. Alright, so I think this Ghastly has hidden power something. I wish I knew what it was. I could look it up, but it seems like a lot of work. We just hope it's not a hidden power electric, I guess. Seems like a good play. The Ghastly is kind of scary. Right. I've had to run into this Ghastly before. If it crits you, or they double into you with a low defensive Pokemon, then it can kill you for sure. So we'll see what happens. We go Bite into the Ghastly, and then... I mean, this thing can't take 2 turns, so we just Aqua Jet it. Maybe the Aqua Jet kills it if we get lucky. Yeah, I knew there was no chance of that happening. Hidden Power hits Eevee for just a decent amount of damage. We're good. Ghastly dies. Threat neutralized. Curse is annoying, but I outspeed him with both Pokemon, so it doesn't matter, I think. Alright, see ya. Alright, that's pretty much... No, the early game doesn't end until Lovrina, I would say. But that's a big chunk of it, right there. We get another encounter now. Probably the scariest fight of the game. Bagon is actually the worst encounter in the short term, because it could make us reset because of how strong he is. We might die trying to kill it. Okay, so next encounter table is going to be between these 6. So we're going to pause Dolphin. We're going to copy these into the Wheel of Names. And see what is in store for us here. Don't be vampy, please. Okay, cool. Getting a ground type early is fun. Okay. We get vampy. Great. That's what everybody wants, right? Did I heal? I guess we'll find out after I see this cutscene. Alright. Now to like the sextuplets that can't count, or whatever they are. The design is really cool. Cypher is definitely one of, it's probably the coolest villain squad of Pokemon. Team Aqua and Team Magma are close second. Alright, did I heal? We are healed. We are fighting Vanpy or whatever. So, outspeeding it, what's Zigzagoon's speed? 33. Zigzagoon definitely outspeeds it with Reflect, so we're gonna do that. So, instead of Growl, for sure, I think Reflect is just better. Switch these two. Meryl does have Sing, given. I think we're just gonna Baby Doll Eyes, Reflect, and then that should be pretty safe. Okay. Baby Doll Eyes, Reflect. Still an insane amount of damage, even through all of that. Really upsetting. Yeah, Zigzagoon's basically dead already. Do we go for one more? And then a Protect? Now it's -2, and we have Reflect up. Should be doing almost no damage at this point. We have to swap in because we risk crit here, obviously to Meryl, then we can probably get an Aqua Jet KO, clean up from the Hyper Voice. Did not expect that to kill. Okay. Nope, wrong game. What a disaster. I think I got like exactly high roll crit. Literally nothing I can do about that because I don't get the aura filter until the next fight. Literally the scariest fight in the game just because of that. It's just going to send you back to the beginning after all that exposition. That was phenomenal, but I am not going to give up yet. Because I refuse to go to bed not completing all of this garbage exposition. Oh, wow. I'll be right back during the cutscene. I'm gonna... wow. You know the 1 in 16 chance thing I was telling you about?
Yeah.
That just happened to me. Negatively.
Oh no.
Oh my god. I just spent like 30 minutes getting through the beginning of the game and then... God. That was awful. Okay. Back to square one. That's crazy. I'm dead inside. No shiny again. EV stats are good. Zigzagoon stats are really bad, besides the speed. Alright, the Zigzagoon is getting sacked. It's going to be dual screen Zigzagoon that's going to die eventually to a crit or a fighting move. And I'm planning myself... I can't believe I just got crit to end the run immediately. I set up Reflect, 2 Baby Doll Eyes onto the Shadow Vampy, and then it crits me before I get the Aura Filter. Just really cringe, if we're being honest. There was no counterplay. I think it was a high roll crit as well. Incredible. You can only play around so many crits at the beginning of the game. That was one of the crits we had to play around. Like I said, there was like 5 that you have to risk no matter what at the beginning of the game. That is one of them. One of your Pokemon almost always is in danger of dying in that first, second Shadow Pokemon fight, rather. Oh dear. Alright, we'll see if this Eevee has decent IVs. If it kills the Magnemite, the special attack is decent. If it does not kill the Magnemite, this Eevee sucks. I still can't believe that happened. What a disaster. Alright, this Eevee is passable. Every single Eevee but one has killed the Magnemite so far. So, that's the test. I'm gonna get Poochyena instead of Meryl now this time. That's okay, I didn't want Vampy anyway. That's why it killed me. I knew that deep down that I was disappointed in it. Alright. Alright, here we get Artelo. You do so much nonsense to set up the beginning of the game, and then one Vampy comes along. I'm so sick of losing runs before Lovrina. That's so dumb. It's so silly that, like, those color guys are actually run killers. Almost all of them are. Okay, this is first encounter roll time. Go ahead and pause Dolphin, bring out the wheel of names for Lucina and Errol. Alright. Errol, please. Huge. That's a good start. Alright. Meryl it is. Alright, we've got Pidgey Meryl. This is Helping Hand Hyper Voice. If I crit the Meryl, this is probably just Hyper Voice. I don't need to Helping Hand, and then even if I crit, then I don't have to reset. That's probably better. I really don't feel like resetting right now. And we're gonna Growl. Hopefully prevent it from one-shotting me. Okay. Meryl's -1. Shadow Slam hits Eevee for decent damage. I think one more Hyper Voice. High roll crit exactly kills. I'll just bite it. Growl it again. I really don't feel like going back to the start. Flinch. Easy. I'll bite and Pokeball, and I die to crit, I'm pretty sure. Cool. Very effective. Flinch it again. Okay, good avoid. I think we protect Eevee this time. Okay, there we go. Oh, it broke free again. Okay. I'll go for Bite Pokeball again, and if I can't capture it, then I reset. I didn't think I would reset that way. Okay. Not resetting that way. You can look at its IVs, but its ability will probably change when I put it in PK Hex, depending on what happens. We can always change it back with an ability capsule. Good attack stat, actually. Really good defense. Solid special defense, decent HP. 6 even pick something up again. Full heal. Great. We're gonna get this rare candy and leave. Okay, so here I'm just going to open the PK Hex, get my Pokemon ready to be purified, and purify them really quick. Also going to give myself 999 rare candies. As you do in Nuzlocke. Alright, back. Alright, I finally get another encounter. Talking quietly because it is nighttime right now. And I'm also very tired. Okay. Going to get our encounter here after these guys do their whole we can't count bit. Alright. Here we go. Pause dolphin for a second. Get up the wheel of names. We're pulling from this list again. Control V. Here we go. Almost had bag on. Trico's fine. Not great, not bad. Okay. What is the plan here? Is there a chance Hyper Voice kills Trico? I don't think so. We also have to watch out for this C-Dot doing something crazy. I think we Hyper Voice Icy Wind. I don't think it kills. Hyper Voice has to kill the C-Dot now here, otherwise we lose a Pokemon. Okay. We gotta just throw a Pokeball here too, I think. Okay, believe it or not, that's one of the scarier fights of the entire run, because you don't have a Aura Filter to deal with any of the shadow moves yet. Alright, we get a guaranteed Pikachu in this next encounter. Alright, I have a full party of 6 now. I think I'm going to purify them and end stream there. That's probably a good place to start off, or end off rather. This Pikachu has 1 special attack. 1. This Pikachu is definitely sack fodder. Alright, that's it for now.